Hello, I'm John Weeks, and here is your Cop26 roundup from the Evening Standard. On Wednesday night, an unexpected but welcome commitment was jointly announced by the US and China to help tackle climate change. Chinese Minister Xi Zhenhua and America's John Kerry made the statement together at the conference.
And we have worked in good faith, and we found common ground, and we understand how important it is that we continue that work. So tonight, I am pleased to announce, on behalf of President Biden and Secretary Blinken, that we have agreed to a basic framework for this cooperation going forward. Our joint declaration builds on the statement that our governments released in April, which represented our first step.
That's as Boris Johnson made another plea to world leaders not to sit on their hands as the conference is due to come to a close on Friday.
The line is in sight, but if we're going to get there, we need a determined push to get us over the line. We need to be more ambitious, and we need more credible plans for implementation. We have to bridge the gap between where we are and where we need to be if we're going to cut emissions in half by 2030. And we need to pull out all the stops if we're going to do what we came here to do, and that's keep 1.5 alive and make Paris the success that the world needs it to be.
Cop26 President Alok Sharma held another conference today as negotiations head into their final hours. He used it to announce the key milestones made so far on COP and said he was worried about the finances behind plans to tackle climate change.
First of all, I'd like to address the critical need for us to step up efforts today to get to where we need to be in order to realise substantive outcomes on finance. I am concerned at the number of issues outstanding on finance items the day before we are due to conclude. Our leaders were clear at the start of the summit. They want us to show ambition and build consensus. And yet we still see that in the finance rooms we are struggling to make progress, even with some routine technical issues. This, my friends, cannot be the case today.
He's set to hold more meetings today and tomorrow to try and iron out climate commitments, as well as formally adopt the agreements already reached. Today, the focus has been on buildings and making them more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. Dame Jo Da Silva, Global Director of Sustainable Development at global firm Arup, said the world has an opportunity now to improve buildings for the future.
Over half of all buildings that will exist in 2050 are yet to be built. This is an opportunity. The rest are already here, but they will require retrofitting for energy efficiency and energy transition. That too is an opportunity. They must all contribute to halving emissions by 2030 and to ensure the emissions over their lifespan are as low as practically possible.
Now, an unlikely partnership of Denmark and Costa Rica came together to announce a bold new group to tackle climate change. It's called the Beyond Oil and Gas Alliance, or BOGA, and has been set up to help phase out the use of oil and gas altogether. Denmark's Minister for Climate and Energy, Dan Jorgensen, announced the new alliance earlier on, alongside Environment and Energy Minister of Costa Rica, Andrea Messer.
We hope that today will mark the beginning of the end of oil and gas. When I talk to scientists, citizens, and activists, they all want one thing more than anything else: bold and tangible action. Not talk, action. That is what the Beyond Oil and Gas Alliance is here to deliver.
Every dollar that we invest in fossil fuel projects, it is one less dollar for renewables or for the conservation of nature. And we need coherence. We need alignment of the different financial flows.
And the latest protest outside the conference today involved a giant inflatable cow, encouraging people to move towards a plant-based diet. It was set up by campaigners calling for a plant-based treaty to help tackle climate change. Tomorrow, we'll be bringing you more developments from the conference and round up the key commitments made over the past 2 weeks. For all the latest updates, visit the website standard.co.uk, where we'll be covering the latest from the climate conference in Glasgow. That's it from the Evening Standard COP26 update. Join us again tomorrow.